Yeah, yeah. I thought we were singing. Hold up.
We have a song? I didn't even know we had a song.
We have a theme song, bro. You remember the song that we started the show
Yeah,
with?
every time.
Yeah, we need to get somebody to write some lyrics on it. Huh?
I mean, Richie does sing a lot of songs for
Oh, there you
karaoke.
go. Yeah. Richie could write.
I'm sure he could write.
He writes for the radio station every
Yeah.
day. Yeah. 300 words.
Very true.
Right, Rich? You can write some bars, huh?
Yeah, I can throw. I can
Yeah.
spit some lines. You know,
Yeah.
I can throw something together.
Yeah.
I might.
Yeah. I'm gonna send you the MP3, okay?
Geek
we got
culture,
singles,
no
but-
vulture.
Yeah.
Welcome, everybody. Welcome to another edition of Geek Culture Congress. I'm one of your hosts, always Louis Speedy Jr. Gonzalez, accompanied by my good friend, Mr. Rich Ortiz.
Damn, I made good friend this week. Let's go.
Yeah, let's go. My other good friend,
Good
Mr.
friend.
Joey Franchise.
Yes, don't excuse my eyes and face right now. I am allergied up right now. And I'm in
That's
nature
great.
to make it even worse.
You're in nature. That's beautiful. Beautiful.
And I'm trying to hide all the
On
restaurants
location.
behind me because they don't pay us to
That's right.
advertise
That's okay.
on here.
That's
You know
okay.
what I'm saying?
We can fake it.
Cut the check.
Everybody. Welcome, everybody. Geek Culture Congress. Joey Franchise. Rich Ortiz joining me. Tarek will hopefully be later. Hi, Adriana. What's up? Welcome, everybody. Here we talk everything geek, nerd, and yeah, whatever, pretty much what we want to talk about. That's what really happens here in the show, to be honest with you. Man, another episode of X-Men 97,
Oh yeah.
aka Rogue ain't capping.
There's been a lot of rogue activity going on, and I like it.
Bro, getting that get back.
Yeah.
Been a lot of rogue activity this season.
Yeah, man. Let's get into it, man. X-Men 97, episode 7. Yeah, 7. 3 more episodes to go, I think.
I know there's 3 more episodes to go. Is it 7?
Yeah.
I think it is 7.
Yeah, I think it's 7. Yep. Yeah. All the rogue scenes hit hard, man. Hit really hard. Let's get into it, man, guys. How you guys are enjoying X-Men 97 right now? It's everything that we all wanted it to be and more.
I've been satisfied. The entire time since episode 2 is when I really started getting into it. But yeah, I've been satisfied. I think they've been, man, hitting a lot of crazy plot points, like that allude to the comics. Really cool Easter eggs. This week we got the Thunderbolt Ross, and we got the Captain America cameos in it. So that was really dope. But we find out who our big bad is, and you get Sinister is our main bad, but then there's another guy really pulling the strings, Bastion. So that was big. That was really big
he's like a Sentinel, right? If I remember the
yeah,
comic book correctly.
he's from the future, and he's like a hybrid. So he's a Sentinel, but it's like a combination of Master.
Is he like the same humanoid Sentinel that Trask turned out?
It's
to
like a Nomad, Nomad, and I forget. It's like a combination of like Nomad and what's the other guy? The one that Trask was making, Master. Come on, help me
Master
out.
Mold? Master Mold?
Master Mold.
Yeah.
Master Mold.
Okay. Yeah.
He's a humanoid kind of, but Sentinel. Like he's a hybrid.
Yeah. And I like the banter and the Mr. Sinister and him going back and forth there. Very interesting. I think he dropped the line. He's like, but you've been trying since 1992.
Yeah, that was funny. That was funny.
Dude, so was Bastion the guy that was, and I don't want to give a spoiler, but was he the one shaving?
Yeah, we're spoiling, bro.
Yeah,
Magneto?
yeah,
Okay.
we're spoiling, bro.
All right,
Ladies and
so
gentlemen, we spoiler the show
big
already.
spoiler alert: Magneto's alive.
Yeah,
and
yeah.
apparently he's been getting.
And
his
he's in an
face
episode
shaved.
of what's the one that the girl breaks the ankles of the dude, Misery. He's like in an episode, his own episode of Misery there.
That Stephen King movie.
Yeah.
Or a Stephen King book.
Mm-hmm.
Nah, but like Joey said, like Rogue had to get that get back. She was on a mission. You saw how strong Rogue came through, trying to find out answers about, Gambit's death. They had the funeral and everything like that. But yeah, we saw Captain America come through and Rogue threw his shield. Yo, come on.
That was like
the
that's like
disrespect.
That's like the ultimate, like you know, when like you're playing with somebody and
Yeah,
you lose or bad and you kick
she
the
was
ball
pretty much
somewhere
like,
else
yo,
real far away. You're like,
yeah,
go get that. Go get
she
that
was
ish.
like, yo, Captain America, like, help me out. He said my hands are tied, so she was like, oh, your hands are tied, so you ain't gonna need this, me. Through that joint. So, nah, I liked how
That was
Captain
funny.
America was in it. Dude, I again, like, I don't want to spoil the whole thing for everybody, but yeah, one of the biggest things is that Magneto is still alive. That was one of the secrets,
Yeah.
and that dude Bastion is keeping him captive. We see everything going on. Cable meeting up with Cyclops, trying to talk about it. Jean seeing um, Cable's visions of what happened. So in Genosha, so this one we got a lot of the answers. The only thing I will say about X-Men is like I don't like how they're doing like every other episode is like catch up on this storyline or like man, just throw it all together. I'd rather see it all together because now I'm like, all right, now this episode, I got this episode, next episode is gonna be Storm again. So I'm not gonna get the answers from this episode for another
Right.
2 weeks. And that's the only thing I don't like about it. So but I do like where the story's going. I like everything. I do like how Trask turned out to be a Sentinel himself.
Yeah, and
Uh,
that was like a really cold thing Rogue did.
yo, Rogue
Like
just
dropped him to his death, but he
just
kind of
let him
didn't die.
go. Like he tried to jump to his death. She caught him, and then she was like, "Nah, you ain't gonna get away that easy. I'm gonna show you it was me.
Yeah.
Let my man go." What up, Mama Bear?
What
But
up?
dude, love the episode. I see the intermingling between Captain America and Rogue, which was cool, and how they were talking like they were cool with each other. But I like to see more of that, man. Uh, dude, we saw Morph get messed up, Wolverine get messed up, Jean get messed up, and I think it kind of says something about the power of Cable because all the mutants were getting messed up by Trask as the Sentinel,
Mm.
and then all of a sudden, Cable came through and was like, yeah, I got these grenades. Don't worry, we got that. This is how you
Yeah,
take care of these guys. This is how you take care of these Sentinels.
Yeah.
he's
And it
done it.
was,
He's done that before.
Yeah.
yeah, so it kind of just shows the power that Cable has compared to all the other mutants and everybody else, which is good because we saw Cyclops show his strength. We saw Rogue show her strength. So now we're kind of seeing like we haven't even touched the surface of what Cable can do, and he's gonna obviously play a big part in what's gonna go on. But yeah, I like where it's going. I just didn't like that Magneto was being held like a bitch, getting shaved, dog.
But
Like,
bro, yo, you know what
it was a
vibes
little
like?
weird.
You know what kind
It's
of
a little
vibe it
weird.
gave me, bro? It gave me like the Quentin Tarantino Reservoir Dogs vibes when old boy was cutting his face up, the cop's face, or
Oh
the ear,
yeah,
the ear.
stuck
So
in the
yeah,
middle with
Tarek,
you.
welcome to the show, my friend. Tarek Lewis, live with us here, Geek Culture Congress podcast, sir. X-Men 97, episode 7. What's your take on it, my friend? Did you enjoy it? Oh, no, you're
Can't really
muted.
hear you, Papa.
Yeah, you're muted, boss. Hold on. 1 minute. I'm translating Tarek's. I'm lip reading for Tarek right now.
So that wasn't the guy that was Morph turned into when they were fighting
I think he turned into
Trask.
Quicksilver for a moment.
Quicksilver, right?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yep.
I thought that was another
That
cool
was kind of dope.
cameo too.
That was cool.
Well, yo, Morph.
For a moment, I thought Quicksilver busted in there. You know?
Yeah, so did I. I was
Yeah.
like, oh, when did Quicksilver come through?
Yeah.
Like, is he being a part of this? And then, turned out to be Morph, which, I mean, hopefully it's like these guys come back. If Morph knows who this guy is, who Quicksilver is, then they had to have some kind of history.
Well, yeah.
So it would be cool to
I don't
kind of see
understand
these
where a
characters.
lot of those mutants are. Like, I know Genosha got hit really bad, and a lot of them were there. Like, a lot of X-Force people were there, like multiple man and stuff like that.
Yeah.
There's a lot of characters missing.
We saw one survivor of Genosha,
Mm-hmm.
and they were a diamond, I guess.
Yeah. No, Tarek, we're not hearing you, bro.
Tarek
Not
still,
yet. I don't know what
still
happened.
up, Papa.
Computer be capping.
Sign out, sign back in.
Yeah, I don't know. The episode left you.
Yeah.
Mama Bear says the episode left you speechless. he's like, no, no, I got things to say. Hold on, let me fix this. That's his translation right now. He's giving me telekinesis. Okay. Oh, I think he did reboot. He's frozen now. So I really liked it. I like the little, focus on Rogue, and they gave us a little bit of action things, from the X-Men and Street Fighter game. The little Easter eggs and little fun things here and there. I enjoyed it, man. I enjoyed the banter with Captain America. I like him, just threw the shield across the way. That was funny. That was interesting. What else? I honestly, I like Gambit's funeral. And I thought it was very fitting. A lot of old support characters were at the funeral.
Who knew Nightcrawler had like the way with words, man?
Yeah, very good. I really enjoyed it.
I hear somebody.
Else? I heard somebody popping devices there. What else? That's pretty much it. I mean, I like the ways. I'm always confused on what is Cable's superpower. Is it energy manipulation, or?
I think it's the fact that he could go through dimensions in time.
Yeah,
whatever. I think that he
really does that through.
But I think it is. I think it is energy manipulation and absorption, kind of like what Bishop is.
Yeah, let's see. Yeah, he has telepathic and telekinetic abilities. So
he has genes. He has genes abilities.
Yeah. And then he's got the.
All right, guys, what about now?
There he is. Ladies and gentlemen, Tarek Lewis. Right. Yeah, I hear you, brother.
All right, here we go. Yeah, show's trash. I disagree with all of you. I've been listening the whole time. Cable's weak. Magneto's a whole bitch out here. No. No, it was a great episode. It was a dope episode. I think Rogue going full Hulk mode, if you will. In particular, her going dark and seemingly killing someone,
right?
And Wolverine agreeing with it. We finally get to see that dark side of Wolverine, where he's like, cares about nothing, and Cyclops still showing off the leadership ability as they're falling. He's really dope when they're falling from buildings. He's at his best during the fall. He's mastered that. Yeah, I think it's a great show. I don't have any really qualms with it.
And the fact that they show the dark side, and Morph even said something along the lines like, "Is this who we are now?" Like showing the dark side of everything. And it's like, damn, it's the question that everybody's thinking. It's like, they've shown that the Sentinels obviously have no feeling or qualms of what they're doing. So it's like, should the mutants? And it brings that question.
I did think that the shaving Magneto was weird, though.
It was like a misery scene, right?
Yeah, that was weird. I don't know.
Reservoir Dogs.
Reservoir Dogs.
Yeah.
I don't know what his plan is. I've heard rumors that some think it's going to be Onslaught, which I don't know how you make Onslaught happen if you're this Bastion character. But there's a lot of anime vibes too for this iteration of X-Men, which I like, particularly in the fight scenes. It's very anime-like, and even Rogue mimicking like some of her moves from the video games, with some of the kicks and stuff. She didn't need to throw that man's shield though. I don't know why she.
Yeah, that was a little. She was definitely in a mood.
She wasn't feeling what Captain America was preaching. Okay.
Nah, he was talking. He was talking crazy to her. He was like, "Nah, I can't do it. I got to stay with the U.S. government. I can't do all that stuff you need to do."
And she's like, "Oh, word? Then you don't need that, then, bitch." Like,
take that, America. But yo,
and then she threw that shit.
But I'm glad we got to see
him like
it probably was like a 10-mile hike there where she threw that shit.
She threw it, looked at him, and was like, "What are you gonna do?" And then flew away.
That definitely was gonna keep him busy while she had to handle business. But yo, like I thought it was really cool though in that scene between that one and her going to Thunderbolt Ross's spot, and you got to really see Rogue's powers. I feel like they've never really done her justice like that.
Correct.
And showed her just how powerful she really is and OP, bro. Like, I mean, dog, what she did, and mind you, they built that area that Thunderbolt Ross was at specifically to take care of the Hulk.
Yeah.
And Rogue just comes through and just runs through that thing like
Like
clock, like
nothing.
easy, like just clocked
Mm-hmm.
everything, bro. And then
Mm-hmm.
but no, I was really glad because even in the movies they never really done Rogue right and showed off like what her like full on ability could be. So just getting that and saying continuing to what Tarek said, just like the whole anime vibe, and that's exactly what I got from that one scene or a couple scenes in that show this episode where Rogue was at the Thunderbolt Ross's base and running up on Captain like that.
Yeah.
Um.
I think Professor X is gonna come back and be like, "Yo, what y'all been doing? Like, damn, I've been gone for a couple years and everything just gone. What? It's Scott, like, yo, you did not follow the game plan. I gave Magneto stuff. He's banging Rogue. Like, yo, what's going on? I ain't leave for y'all to do this. I set this up for you."
Yeah, that's the next
But
episode.
we also saw that Bastion and Mr. Sinister know exactly where Xavier is.
My wife was
And
watching the episode with me, and she was like, and when Rogue tossed the shield, she was like, "But doesn't it come back?" And I said, "Well, not that far." The movies did Rogue dirty. They took my Bamf and made her a screaming Mimi.
Yeah, they made her just like a love interest in the movie.
Yeah,
She
Yeah,
wasn't
they did
really
kind
yeah,
of
it
like
was lame. It
she
was a
was
little
just like
lame in the
hung up.
Fox.
She was just all hung up on Iceman.
Yeah,
Yeah, that was whack.
which
They
was
did
weird.
do
That was very whack. And I wasn't a big fan of not for nothing. I wasn't a big fan of the Anna Paquin cast, bro.
Hmm.
I didn't like that.
I mean, at the
That cast
time, I
didn't.
didn't have a feeling about it. I honestly thought like, oh, maybe she'll grow into it, but they just didn't do anything with the character. Too whiny. Became too whiny.
Yeah, in the future X-Men movies, I think it was a different actress, right? For an older Rogue and X3. Was
No,
that
No,
a
it's the
different
same
actress?
one.
Was the same one? Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, Anna Paquin.
Okay. Well, we got X-Men 97 now, ladies and gentlemen. Okay, we're on a new path. New path. When Guy Ritchie dropped the purple people eater thing, I was like, oh yeah, he's gonna be weird.
oh yeah,
Yeah.
at the end of the episode for
As
everybody
soon as he
seeing
said
the
Telling
end
purple
you.
people
credit.
eater, I was like, oh, he's gonna be weird. He's gonna
It
do
was
some serial
very
killer stuff.
it was very Tarantino of
Yeah,
Bo
it was
DeMayu to
it
do
was a
that,
little
to pull
Jeepers
that off.
Creepers, a little Jeepers Creepers there at the end. Just a little bit.
But like with the whole thing, he had the razor to Magneto shaving him, and he was like, "All you got to do is stay still and follow instructions," you know. And it's like, oh snap, what's gonna
Yeah.
happen?
The question is like, how long has he been plotting? Like, if he's the Bastion from the future and time travel, how much of this all is calculated? Like, at what point did this become a thing? So I guess we'll see. And I don't know if you guys talked about it already. Speedy, you texted us.
Yeah.
There's an episode we're supposed to watch before this
Oh
next
no,
one.
there's multiple episodes. So let me share that with you. I texted the image, and I'm gonna just tell you guys what episodes in the regular animated series, the old one, to watch to prepare for the finale. These next 3 episodes. So, and this is from Boo the Mayo himself, apparently. Okay, he tweeted this. All right, in season 1, watch episode 13, the final decision. In season 4, episode 1 and 2, One Man's Worth, part 1 and 2. In season 4, episode 6 and 7, Sanctuary, part 1 and 2. And episode 5, episode 12, season 5, episode 12, Descent. And I'm gonna write it in a comment, and hopefully it'll show up on all everybody's streaming. So if anybody missed all that stuff, okay. But those are the episodes that Boo the Mayo himself said that we need to catch up on, to catch on the story beats that he's doing on these last 3 episodes. Okay, episode 13.
I used to be a proponent of them coming back and finishing maybe like Spider-Man animated series. But
Yeah.
now I don't think they should. Now I
No.
think like this is setting a bar a little too high, and I don't know if the anticipation would be there for Spider-Man like it is for this X-Men, because we got Spider-Man films. We got plenty of Spider-Man films, and we just don't. We're at a X-Men deficit. So I think that's part of the hype for this.
Well, supposedly, they were adding uh, James Gunn, telling him, "Hey, man, X-Men '97's popping. When we gonna get Justice League '01?"
Mm.
And James Gunn was like, "Nah, bro.
No.
Why do I gotta copy a good thing? Just let them do what they're doing. It's great.
Well, that's how DC messed up the first time, right? Trying to like
Copy
trying to
what
hard
Marvel's
copy.
doing.
Trying to catch up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, but I
By the
think
way,
I really enjoy what they're doing though. Like, I mean, if you really think about it, we're gonna be eating really good this year when it comes to like X-Men content. Because even with the stuff that's going on like the Deadpool and Wolverine, I think they're really like gonna share with us like what's in store when they drop this X-Men, or when they drop this X-Men movie like in the next couple of years, or start introducing people in Secret Wars.
yeah. But it has to match up to what we're getting now in the animated. That's the only problem. It has to be like close to as good. But I think once Deadpool drops,
Yeah,
the anticipation will be so high that it may not have to be like, it just needs to be something. But we still don't have
yeah.
a date. We still don't have a date for X-Men. So we could all
I
be,
think I think we need a. I know for sure. Like we're gonna see the Wolverine like rock the cowl in the movie at some point. There's actually some scenes that they're saying are like generated to like, you know what I mean? To they shot different versions like of him with it and him without it, and they shared it in the trailer because I think they're gonna do the big reveal with him wearing the cowl in the movie. But I'm also hearing that there's there's a whole resistance in the void against Cassandra Nova that will obviously include Elektra, that will include X-23 and Gambit with Channing Tatum's Gambit. But
mm,
they're not sharing that yet. I think that's going to be the big reveal. Spoiler, take it with a grain of salt. These are all just rumors, but
yeah.
yeah,
If they do
Channing
that,
Tatum,
Channing Tatum game,
and he's gonna look like cartoon Gambit.
Okay,
that'll be wild.
that'd be dope.
That'll be wild.
Yeah. So there you go.
By the way,
I feel like we're gonna say that a lot in this. I feel like we're gonna say that a lot. Like, oh wow, there's gonna be a bunch of WTF moments. And
yeah, it's
definitely.
the freedom of Deadpool to do crazy stuff. Like I
Well,
Colossus taking on Juggernaut to me is like a comic book movie highlight for me. I didn't see it coming necessarily, but I thought it was dope, and so I expect them to just build on that even more in this new film.
but the thing is like what I love about X-Men is that you don't really know who you're gonna see in the series. It's like they've kind of showed that like there is a history between them and the mutants. Morph turning into all these mutants, and then these guys are having paths and pasts with a lot of the other mutants and stuff. So it's like I'm excited to see who makes a cameo. Yeah, it's like they're not afraid to put anybody in it. Captain America, whoever.
Yeah,
Yeah, I'm down for
Quicksilver.
it. Let's do it. Let's go.
See what's up.
Yeah,
that
I'm
was the
excited,
most
man.
standard white Captain America I've heard. Chris Evans has like a little swag to his
It was.
voice, a
I
little
think
New
that was
York
the
in
guy
him.
that voiced him in
Okay.
what if, I believe.
Yeah, that was
Yeah.
Captain America. That was Iowa America right there. Like there was no New York in that. There was no
No
there's no I'm
Brooklyn. No
from
That
Brooklyn.
Queens
was
in that.
that was
There was
American
no
Eagle.
Brooklyn there.
You sure that
Yeah,
was in
that
Wyoming?
was American
Captain
Eagle.
America? Come on, man.
American Eagle. But no, the cool
Mhm.
thing with the show is that they're making all these like like what's the best way we can like throw these little Easter eggs or throw these little cameos, and like what better than to use Morph to like he did turn into Quicksilver. Like I'm like oh damn, where the hell Quicksilver come from? And I was like oh damn, I forgot Morph is out here like transforming into everybody. So that like I thought that was really cool, and I think the fact that that's why Morph is so important to this series, just because he can just give you all those, hey, Quicksilver exists here, hey, Psylocke exists, you know what I'm saying? Like we're gonna bring them all back. So just having Morph and using him as that like that centerpiece to kind of lay the foundation for these characters to eventually show up, if not this season and seasons to come.
Yeah.
I think Rich brought it up, like, how does he know about Quicksilver and all that? I think it's dope. It would be dope if they showed the training sessions and they just show the Danger Room giving Morph all the mutants. You imagine putting Morph with Professor X for a long period of time. Professor X can just identify any mutant and then have Morph mimic them. So I think that concept is dope. That Morph, like, just he has a history of all the X-Men stuff because he's in the Danger Room all the time, and he can just mimic those things. And something I did notice about Morph in this one, when he was doing the Quicksilver thing and got pushed back by Gyrick, when he changed back, you could see like something like a ectoplasm thing, like kind of fall off of him, and it kind of was like, oh, okay, that's kind of why he can make the weapons. Like maybe he produces some kind of like extra plasma
Juice.
Yeah, clay, like a clay face. Think of like Clayface.
Okay.
And maybe it's more like that than it is like what Mystique has, because his powers make absolutely no sense. Like
It's
sometimes
fantasy,
he has
guys.
the ability to make swords,
Just make
making
believe,
nunchucks,
okay?
like,
Relax.
Yeah.
Let's talk about fantasy, more fantasy make believe, man. We're looking forward to more X-Men 97. Rebel Moon Part 2.
Yeah, I didn't watch it.
I did. I
was thinking about it. I had it on the screen. I just didn't. I just couldn't.
Tarek, have you watched it yet?
I couldn't give it 2 hours, 2.5 hours.
Dude, I watched an hour and 30 minutes.
And you said nah?
It was a
Or you
hard
said
watch.
time out?
Dude.
It's
It was a hard watch.
You had the same.
It was a lot of
so I
farming.
tried. It was a lot of farming, and I hope the director's cut does have more farming, because I don't know what I'm gonna do. That does, and more flashbacks. Oh my god. Okay, so I originally sat down to watch this Friday. Oh, I tried to put it in the background while I was working at work, right? And you know that the first half of this movie, ladies and gentlemen, it's hard to it's a little hard to get through, you know. And I was at work trying to work, and I was like, bro, this is not what I signed up for, to be in the background while I'm trying to work, right? And I was like, man, I really hope this movie like kicks it up. You know what I mean? Because this is bad. You know, not that great, really. You know, not bad per se. You know, nothing's really bad anymore. Oh, sorry. I guess some things are. But it wasn't that bad. I was like, yeah. So that's the other part I want to get to. So I actually finished the movie, Tarek, right? And let me tell you, there is the sci-fi action when we actually get to the nitty gritty in the battle.
Okay.
Good stuff, man. Good stuff. Yeah. Like the second half of the movie is just like if we're going like 15 miles an hour and we push it to 80. You know what I mean? Yeah. Like that ride you don't like in Busch Gardens.
Yeah. Cheat and run. That's bullshit. Just get you.
Yeah.
I'm going to finish it. Finish it because they do all the build up. They do build the anticipation pretty heavily, and I was excited to see, you know, the fight stuff, because when I got there, when I checked out, is right when the opposing army lands on the planet.
Oh, okay, yeah, that's what it was. Yeah, all the good stuff happens then. Yeah. Yeah,
and it's about to, and then I got distracted for some reason, and then ended up going back and watching something else. So it's not like I just hated it. It just like it took so long to get there, and I was like, okay, when it gets to the good part, I want to sit down and watch it, and then I ended up watching something else. But so I'm gonna finish
revisit the fight. Yeah, revisit the battle, at least.
Yeah.
Am I gonna have to go back to the first one and watch it?
No. It even recaps the first one, bro. The first one.
Yeah. No, you're not, because I completely forgot what happened in the first one, and I thought, oh, man, I'm gonna have to go back and watch. You know.
Technically, if you look at the Netflix top 10, the first one is back up there now, but I guess people went back to go watch the first one.
Yeah. I like to call Rebel Moon. I call it Polynesian Dune. It's like, you know, Pacific Islanders. Real Pacific Islanders in the Dune film.
In the sci-fi universe, consumption universe that Dune exists, the Dune that we got, man. it's hard to you know, it's hard to compare.
It's too close to Doom as a storyline. I know a lot of people compare it to Star Wars.
It
It's
looks
closer
like
to Doom.
And it has some Star Wars things. Like
it's
there's
like
one part in the movie near the end you're gonna be like, oh,
Star
bro.
Wars and the Mummy mixed together.
There's one part in the movie, the end of the movie, that you're gonna be like, bro, Speedy's was right. He ripped us right out of Star Wars. But it was cool. It was cool though, in his own way. So
I'm gonna finish it.
Yeah. So I give like a 3 out of 5.
A 3 out of 5. What do you give at it?
Out of 10?
Yeah, 10.
Yeah.
Come on.
That first half is painful.
My man
not
said
too
3
painful.
out of
It's
5.
not. It's just like, okay, we know they're gonna farm and get ready. Like, come on, like, come on. And they're still farming and cutting, farming and cutting, and farming and cutting, and farming and cutting, and smashing.
So, come on, you gotta give us the out of 10, man. Don't shy away from it.
6.
A 6.
That's because the second half was really.
That's not good, man.
No, it's okay. It's good.
That's slightly above average. That's
a 6.
Tarek, you lived through the generation of what we got through the Sci-Fi Channel. Okay, this is like a masterpiece compared to all those Sci-Fi movie, Sci-Fi Channel movies. Okay,
listen, don't you come on here and down talk Farscape and and the like. Serenity.
This deserves an Oscar compared. Serenity, yeah.
But the reason why I called it's just to answer Mama Bear. The reason why I said the Mummy is because Sophia Boutella is the mummy, and that the one with Tom Cruise. So that's why I said that.
Yeah.
But
it's good though. Like
I'll give it a shot.
And I'm a Zack Snyder fan. I like his stuff.
I'll give it a shot only because I put in the I'm dedicated to the first one, and I want to see how it ends up.
Yeah.
Just because of that.
And it ends on another cliffhanger. There's gonna be more. There you go.
To give it a 6 out of 10, I don't know, Speedy. You're generous because that's what I was gonna give, like Boy Kills World, and
there you go.
And I actually like that movie.
I still like Rebel Moon 2. I like it. I just wish it just was maybe cut and edited in a different way. There you go. That's it.
Yeah. Have y'all talked about Boy Kills World yet?
Not yet.
No.
I saw it also.
Oh, you both watched it. Go ahead. Take
over,
guys.
Hell yeah.
Take over.
Saw it also.
So tell us all about Boy Kills World, Kills Everybody. I don't know what it's called.
Yeah, Boy Kills World. So So I was excited to watch this one because I wanted to see Bill Skarsgård before The Crow, which I did see the trailer for The Crow right before the movie started, and it actually got me a little hyped to watch The Crow. Not gonna lie. But
that character's in this movie? I mean, the actor's in this movie?
Yeah, Bill Skarsgård. He's actually the main character. He plays the boy, and
okay.
His whole story is that, well, what you're led to believe, even with the trailer, is that it's this, revenge tour of a kid trying to come back and kill the people that killed his family. But the story actually, they don't give everything away in the trailers, which I was scared that they were going to give. The story was decent, I'll say. A lot of characters come into play towards the end. But I don't want to ruin it for anybody. Good action. Bill Skarsgård definitely made me a believer in him being an action hero or somebody that could actually scrap a little bit, because he was definitely fighting in this one, and he showed he's got skills with the guns, skills with knives, skills with a whole bunch of stuff, and even himself, good shape. Made me hyped to see The Crow. I think it's gonna be a good Crow. Just watching him. And all the action scenes he was in this movie, definitely more hyped to see The Crow and what they have with that one. Again, the movie, don't want to give away too much, but good story, wasn't too predictable, good on the action. They left it open for there could be a part 2, but that's what I hated about this movie. I had so many questions at the end.
Did it have slow motion flashbacks like Rebel Moon 2? Because if it did, I don't know what I'm gonna do.
Yeah, it does. It has a lot of flashbacks in this movie. Because like I said, you're led to believe the story's one way, and it actually comes back. And it kind of like, and it could have been like come to some of the late and messages in it. Kind of saying something about like child trauma and like the memories of things. Like, I could kind of see that being like a little like little secret message behind it. But dude, it was kind of wild to see the way the storyline came out. But good action scenes. Left it, like I said, left it open if there could be a second one. But I'm gonna be honest, like I don't think they really need a second one after this one. It was good the way it was. Like it was alright. But if they made a second one, they could elaborate more on the story, how because it's about like a dystopian city and how this family runs this city. And they never really gave like a background or origin story on that and how they started controlling the city. So I would like to see maybe a little bit more of that, more about how the main character fits in and their family. You'll see why. But you said 6 out of 10. Now I gotta say a little bit more. Now I gotta give it like a 6.5 out of 10 because I actually thought it was decent. I liked the movie. But like I said, I would like to learn a little bit more about the history behind the city and how the family takes control and all that, because that was kind of wild to me.
Did his performance make you hype for The Crow?
100%. I was saying that in the beginning. Yeah, like it definitely showed he knew how to fight. He had skills with the guns, had skills with knives. My man Bill Skarsgård can scrap, dog. I'm excited for The Crow.
He's got hands. Okay.
Yeah.
Tarek, tell us.
Rich nailed that. Rich kind of nailed it. I mean, I can only add on to what he's saying. I agree with. I was skeptical of him being in The Crow. The Crow was like near and dear to us 80s, 90s kids.
Mm-hmm.
Now I'm like, yeah, he can do it. He can do it.
Okay.
You got to take into consideration he doesn't speak during this movie
at all. Yeah, like.
He doesn't speak. It's a voiceover. I'm not even sure if it's his voice. I don't think it is. I think it's another actor doing his voice.
No, it's John Benjamin, the guy who voiced Bob's Burgers and Archer. And
yeah,
he's like the narrator voice for Boy, which is a voice that he heard in a video game, but he ends up becoming mute. You guys will see why. He ends up becoming mute and deaf. And then you end up finding out why throughout the movie.
So I would say, man, the fight scenes are dope because it's not like stereotypical fight scenes. Like they give the guy the style, kind of. Like, this is not a big spoiler, but he fights somebody with like the carrot nose from a snowman. And it's a bit of a comedy. It's a bit of a comedy action film, but Skarsgård's kicking ass in this. I'm sure he has some stunt doubles, but it's legit. Like it looks really legit. Okay. He's got the form. Like he pulled it off. Is it a good movie? It's like no. Like if you just want to see the fights, it's good for that. And if you just want to see the fights, and it's somewhat funny.
Yeah, it's actually hilarious. I thought it was gonna be all action. This movie was actually really funny. I was laughing throughout the entire thing, but I will say it kind of seemed to me that H.J. Benjamin, his voice for being the boy, it kind of seemed like towards they used him for the first half of the movie and then they stopped using him at the end.
I thought that too, and I wonder if that was on purpose. If like the character had grown and was growing up and didn't need like the childish, crazy voice. I don't know, but. Yeah, the fight scenes were crazy. It's violent. It's mad violent. Like if you like violent, it's like put some more comedy into John Wick. It's like John Wick. You know what it was? It's that. What are the
It's John Wick meets Hunger Games. I was saying
the Hunger Games. Yeah.
I was telling Speedy that's exactly what it was. Hunger Games mixed with John Wick. If they had a baby, it would be
this movie. A lot more action than the Hunger Games. Like if you wanted to see the Hunger Games, I want to see smoke, then yeah. But the Hunger Games is like, it's all the backstory of what this world was. It's just almost exactly the same. Like it's. I'm not saying they ripped it off, but it's like exactly the same. It's like tribute. We're gonna do a show where everybody, gets killed and competes against each other because of some revolution that happened. And it's like, all right, this is the Hunger Games, but in many ways, it's a lot more enjoyable. So I think, man, for a fun time at a theater, it's a good popcorn movie. I agree with this. I agree with the 6.5 out of 10. I can't give it a 7. I can't give it a 7. That's a little too high, but I can go 6.5 out of 10.
Okay. You've intrigued me, gentlemen. You've intrigued me to go watch it.
And I'm in for The Crow because of this. Yeah, I was skeptical of The Crow. But
that's good because I really am hyped for The Crow.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. The thing is, Bill Skarsgård, if I'm not mistaken, he was in John Wick 4, and he was the bad guy in John Wick 4 that was trying to get him killed. He was this elite guy in whatever the ranks of the Continental, and then it's like, I would have liked to see him do a little bit more action there. The only thing I really saw him do was order a bunch of henchmen to kill John Wick, and then at the end with the face off against him. But that was about it. You didn't see anything as far as action with him, with Bill Skarsgård in there. So it's like, that's why I wasn't really set on him being in Boy Kills World, but he actually made me believe it, man. Yeah.
This Bill Skarsgård should have been Iron Fist. Like, seeing what he can do now, they would have made him Iron Fist. I'd have believed it a lot more.
Interesting. Yeah. Very interesting. Let's see what else we got going on. Wesley Snipes.
By the way, I do want to say this really quick. The reason I didn't finish Rebel Moon, and when I went back, I saw that Crisis on Infinite Earths was on HBO Max.
Yes, I have to watch the part 2. It reminded me.
Well, part 1's on there now, and I watched it, and it's not that great. I don't know.
No,
it wasn't that great.
Oh, damn.
It was okay. It was okay.
It was okay.
We typically look forward to DC animation. It was just okay. I give it a B. I give it a solid B. That's a 7. Okay. I give that a 7 out of 10.
Oh, dang. All right. Well,
but I am intrigued for the part 2 to see what happens. Yeah.
All right. Oh, you saw part 1?
I saw part 1. Yeah.
Oh, okay. I thought you saw part 2 already. Part 2's already out.
No. Part 2 is not on HBO yet.
Oh, okay. All right. Cool. Well, I'm gonna watch part 2 definitely. But part 1, I agree with you. Part 1 is okay. It's all right. So it was more setting up things than anything else. Wesley Snipes though seems to have set him up for a Marvel bag. It seems reported anyway. Is a rumor that he has signed for multiple projects, multiple movie projects with Marvel.
Multiple?
And everybody's assuming that that he's gonna do it.
I mean,
that he's gonna be back as Blade in the multiverse saga.
Yeah, they're saying he
or
might
somehow,
be.
some way.
Another rumor has been flying around that he might be in the Deadpool Wolverine because of the Void Planet. But I mean, I think for sure Secret Wars.
Yeah, I think it'll be cool for Secret Wars. I don't know.
Yeah. I'd seen Secret Wars where he might pop up.
I think it'll be fun.
I really think he should be Whistler in the new Blade movie.
Yeah, he might. That might still. I think all that stuff might happen. To be honest with you guys, I think anything and everything's on the table. You know what I mean? Because it's just multiverse fun. To them.
Yeah, and there were so many seeming problems with the original scripts and Mahershala Ali not being happy. Rumor wise, we don't know for sure, but it seems like there was a lot of mess going on with that, and they almost had to completely reset with Blade. But I hope they listen to us, to fans on this one, and make him Whistler.
Let's see what happens. We're looking forward to that. Also, another rumor, a big heavy rumor, is a lot of Avengers versus X-Men, partly in fact of that Captain America cameo in the last episode of X-Men 97. I would like to publicly say that the X-Men Avengers versus X-Men was originally scooped by the late Mikey Sutton here on this YouTube channel, Speedy's Multiverse. That video is in my videos you can listen to the original episode with him
Fire.
anytime you want. May he rest in
Yeah.
peace. That original scoop is there. But multiple scoopers are now reporting that this is probably going to happen in maybe a Secret Wars project, a whole movie dedicated to it, or definitely, and also in some of this X-Men 97, that some of it's going to be teased in this project.
I'm down for that. I think it's one of my favorite storylines. You know, with like, you know, it ties into like Messiah Complex and Hope and all that. But to me, we got to reset the Avengers. We got to
Yeah,
get some
they don't
exciting
even have a
Avengers.
team.
Like,
They don't have a lineup. What's the lineup?
yeah, like, I mean, no one wants to see War Machine leading the Avengers. I hate to say it. Like, no one wants to see like, oh, it's War Machine and you know, Camilla Khan are the Avengers now with, you know, I don't know. Kate as the no, it's not exciting.
That's not a WrestleMania lineup, Rich, you would say.
Yeah, yeah. I want White Vision. White Vision and Scar, you know what I mean?
Bro,
Yeah.
I'm all for. Go ahead. No, go ahead. Finish. My bad.
No. You good.
Oh, we lost him. Rich. Rich, what do you think about the X-Men versus Avengers possibilities?
I kind of heard what you said. And they kind of teased it over in the episode with Captain America and Rogue, but it's like, again, are they gonna do it cartoon way?
All rumor, conjecture.
Yeah, are they gonna do it, you know, live action? I think we've said it in the past too. At this point, we can't rule anything out with Marvel. I think with them showing them in the cartoons, it's again another one of those universes that Marvel's willing to touch and kind of show that, all right, we've mixed the mutants in with the superheroes in this one, so you guys don't be surprised when you see it later on. You know what I mean? So you know, they've done that before with what if and all that too. So hey man, let's see it.
Oh, the next season of What If, bro, might be wild, bro.
Yeah.
What?
You know what? With the Avengers, X-Men, I think they really should pull that off live action. I think it'll be a good segue into introducing the mutants and kind of tying the knot maybe on the Avengers storylines where, let's say, okay, Secret Wars pans out, you're going to get all these multiversal X-Men and, you know, Fox Universe guys pull up, and then, you know, they're going to need a universe to go to. So, because the main idea is to do a nice reboot, and what better way than to do it with X-Men than to introduce your X-Men characters in an X-Men versus Avengers type of scenario where these random people from all these other universes are in one universe, and then the main Avengers universe are like kind of confused on what the hell's going on, and it creates this, you know, this tension, this, you know, this weird narrative where, you know, Avengers don't know whether the X-Men are, you know, to be trusted, or the X-Men don't know whether to trust Avengers, and they kind of like, you know, kind of fulfill the satisfaction for all the fans who want to see it, you know, the classic story to come to life. And I think that's a perfect way to not only introduce X-Men, but create and maybe tie a little knot on like Avengers movies with that, and showing that X-Men is going to be the next like big main team up movie.
I'm down for it, man. I'm down for it. I think they're not gonna do it so fast. Maybe in live action, I think they're still gonna do a regular Secret Wars, and then maybe that second Secret Wars movie, a two-parter. That's gonna be the Avengers versus X-Men. I think. You know.
I think the hype for Avengers.
What are we doing with the Kang? What are we doing with the Kang?
Bro, I think Kang is a footnote. I think that's a footnote.
Yo, what if Deadpool and Wolverine like did the whole Kang storyline in the movie?
They can do that, but to be honest with you, man, I mean, yeah, you could continue the story with the way Ant-Man ended, you know, with all the Kangs in the Shadow Realm or what have you. But you know, I feel like they could probably just end that whole storyline with a bigger bad, and they could just be done with it.
It's interesting how like and I always thought this about Kang, but it's part of the excitement for him was how well Jonathan Majors played it. I never thought Kang was that interesting of a villain anyway, and I think he's easier to walk away from than some other villains. Like I think most of us are disappointed. Correct me if I'm wrong. In how fast Ultron was gone, because he's a big villain, and Ultron's
and I enjoyed the what if with him returning.
Yeah,
I thought that was kind of cool.
And Thanos is probably the biggest bad, and then we'll have the Magnetos and whatnot, and then
that's
Apocalypse can loom.
I'm glad you brought up Thanos, because that's another big rumor, guys, that we're gonna get another version of Thanos, a King Thanos version, and that's gonna be the main and one of the main antagonists. That's gonna be the replacement antagonist for Kang.
Damn, Supreme Thanos.
Like King, I think there's a narrative in the comic books, a King Thanos. I guess he's a Thanos from a universe where he won. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I mean, unfortunately, in the list of villains, like King is not that high.
No.
Like every random guy walking around in WandaVerse in the WandaVerse we thought was Mephisto. Like everybody was like, "Oh, I want a Mephisto," and we know the X-Men villains are high level, universe breaking villains. Kang just doesn't rank that high, and so I think it's easier to walk away from him than it is to try to figure out how to recreate all those things. Now granted, they did the what was the villain in Guardians 3? Am I having not the Lady Tribunal?
The High Evolutionary.
The High
Evolutionary turned out to be a good villain.
Yeah.
He turned out to be a good villain, but he died. Like where we think he died.
Mm-hmm.
But Ultron kind of got a little bit of a comeback in What If, though. With the whole
he got his comeuppance.
He got the whole Infinity Stone story,
but he's supposed to. Ultron's supposed to resurface in Armor Wars.
Yes.
Okay.
Oh, that would be cool. That'd be
dope.
I'll be down for that.
Yeah.
And then we got Doom. We got Doom lingering out there.
That's right. Whole Fantastic Four angle too.
We haven't gotten an MCU. We haven't gotten a Norman Osborn.
Nope.
Kingpin's out there. Kingpin's not a big villain like that. So I don't know. They might not need Kang.
Yeah, maybe not.
That's what I'm saying. It's like you kind of put him to bed a little bit with the whole Loki and Ant-Man thing. But it's, again, dude, it's like they may be able to touch him a little bit later on, maybe so far down the road that the Jonathan Majors thing isn't that much of a big deal anymore. Maybe they'll save the money and
they
just
put
keep
it on the
him
shelf,
on.
definitely.
Yeah, but like Tarek said, man, I think they could go past it, and then not everybody would be too crazy about it because you kind of gave him his story and everything.
They should do the video footage of Jonathan Majors running away from his girlfriend.
That should be the person. That should be the person that killed Thanos. That should be the person that killed Thanos. The chick chasing him.
In a battle world.
in a universe where she won.
Yeah, that's funny.
Oh my God, she's the third.
I mean, she did win, but she didn't catch him though.
She did win.
Yeah. Funny.
She's female Deadpool. She's dark Deadpool.
Yo,
right,
plot
guys.
twist? That'd be crazy.
Yeah.
Plot twist.
That would be.
They got to get us in these rooms, man. They got to get us in these rooms.
Got the check, B.
Got the check. All right, guys. That's all I got for things I want to talk about on the show. Unless I'm forgetting anything, anybody wants to talk about something?
Couple rumors. Nothing too crazy. They're talking about how I just saw Cosmic Thunder share something that Daniel RPK posted. Basically, the X-Men movies, the live-action joints, will be female-centered. So they're gonna kind of focus more on the female X-Men, which is maybe why they're showing so much Rogue and Storm storyline throughout the season of the X-Men '97. kind of like maybe they're gearing up to do that, which I'm mad at. If you're gonna do a female-led or centric movie, I'd rather do it with X-Men females because they're more powerful than the guys are. And I rock with Rogue and I rock with Storm. Jean Grey's dope, so I'm not opposed to that at all. Another thing is what's her name? Peggy Carter's niece, Sharon Carter. She will be in she will play a part in Armor Wars.
Armor Wars. Yeah.
Part in Armor Wars, and basically steal some tech, but eventually end up help down the line, further along in the storyline. So she's gonna kind of play a kind of an anti-hero in a sense. So, and then
cool.
what else
I'm here for that.
I think we got one more. Sharon Carter. She initially will steal the Stark technology, but then will help Rhodey to protect it from damage control. Val will be the new director of damage control. And there's some Fantastic Four news. This is all on Twitter. These are all rumors taken with a grain of salt. This is all according to Marvel updates. The Fantastic Four will work at the Baxter Building. The origins of the Silver Surfer, Shala Ball, will be shown in the film as well. The team will team up with Silver Surfer to find ways to defeat Galactus and his heralds. So they're going to be fighting off heralds along with Galactus, which is pretty interesting.
Right. Interesting. Very cool.
What if what if all the heralds are all characters from Ozark? What if they're all just like method?
No denotes, man. All right, guys. I think that's it for today's show. Unless I'm forgetting anything else.
Now we good.
All right.
No, I think we good. Fallout? No Fallout?
Fallout?
Nah,
You watched it finally?
I didn't finish the whole thing.
I didn't finish it yet.
Lit, man. Finish it, guys.
Well, to the last
Me
two
and
episodes.
Tarek are the only guys who watched it.
Yeah,
Tarek, you
I watched
right?
the series Them that came out on Amazon Prime.
Oh, dope series.
Yeah.
Yeah, but we could talk about that next week. I got to reprocess what I just saw.
All right, guys. Let everybody know, Tarek, how they can follow you on the audio version of the podcast, please.
My name is Tarek on Instagram and also on YouTube.
And Joey Franchise, let them know how they can follow you, sir.
Tap in with me at Franchise on Film and also my personal at Joey Franchise.
And you, Mr. Rich Ortiz.
Richie_Ortiz on all social media platforms. Catch me on Kick, Twitch, Instagram, Twitter. Plenty of Fish. No, not that one.
Follow me at DJ Speedy JR. All the socials, of course, the nerdy stuff. Geek Culture Congress podcast. Geek Culture Congress on Instagram. Listen to the audio version of the podcast if you so desire. Just looking for Geek Culture Congress podcast. And of course, if you want to be part of the live show, we're live every Monday. Speedy's Multiverse YouTube channel. Go give us a subscribe over there. And we appreciate you. Shout out to everyone who came to Largo PlayCon Saturday. Socks. How you doing, Socks? We're on the wrap up, man. You have to watch the replay, buddy. Long live the Mikey verse. Mikey verse
Thanks,
forever.
Socks. Thanks, Mama Bear. Thanks, everybody that came by.
Everybody. Yeah, for coming out with us here. Geek Culture Congress. Peace out, everybody. Be safe. We'll see you next week. We talking that X-Man 9 to 7. Throwing them Captain American shields.
Fall Guy. Fall Out.
There you go.
All that stuff.
And you're gonna watch Rebel Moon, you said.
Yeah, I'll watch Rebel Moon. We'll see what happens. You guys talked about it already, though. You said it.
Tarek's gotta finish it. You gotta watch it. Yeah, there you go. All right, guys. Be safe. Peace.
Peace.